Hi, I'm Priyanka Yoshikawa. Today I'm in Tomioka City in the south and western part of Gunma Prefecture. This time we'll be bringing you the program from the Tomioka Silk Mill, which was designated a World Heritage Site in 2014. I heard that there's a facility in your Joshu Tomioka Station where you can learn about the city's World Heritage Site. That must be it.
We've come to the World Heritage Site Sakaito Visitor Center in Gunma Prefecture that was opened in 2020.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Would you tell us about this facility?
The World Heritage Site Sakaito Visitor Center introduces and promotes the World Heritage Site of Tomioka Silk Mill and related sites, the history of the silk industry, and the development of silk technologies. Behind you in the glass case is the World Heritage Designation Certificate. On the first floor, we provide an overview of the site, and you can also watch an introductory video in a theater in the back. It's about 15 minutes long, and by watching it, visitors will be able to better understand the value of Tomioka Silk Mill and related sites.
We go up to the second floor to learn more about Gunma Prefecture's World Heritage Site.
On the second floor, we provide explanations of Tomioka Silk Mill and related sites, and have displays related to silkworm cultivation and silk products.
What does the phrase related sites refer to?
The World Heritage Site is officially listed as Tomioka Silk Mill and related sites. Many people tend to think the World Heritage Site is the mill itself, but it's comprised of Tomioka Silk Mill, Tajimeyahe Sericulture Farm, Takeyamasha Sericulture School, and Arafune Cold Storage.
I'm here at the Tomioka Silk Mill, and with us is the facility's Hideaki Miwa, who will be showing us around.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What kind of facility is Tomioka Silk Mill?
Let me start by explaining the history of Tomioka Silk Mill. It all started in February of 1870. At the time, the Meiji Government, under a policy of turning Japan into a wealthy and militarily powerful country, focused on building new industries. It wanted to expand domestic production of raw silk, which was primarily imported, and improve the quality of the material. So it decided to adopt Western silk reeling machines. It also made the decision to exclude foreign investment and opted to construct a government-operated model silk mill, relying on domestic funding. That's how the silk mill was established in Tomioka.
It feels like a very big facility. How many people worked here?
In the early Meiji period, about 530 women worked here.
We're taken inside the silk mill.
What's over there?
That's the West Cocoon Warehouse, and this is the East Cocoon Warehouse. They're both places where silkworm cocoons were kept. And you can't see it from here, but there's also a silk reeling plant. These three buildings form a C shape, and each is designated a national treasure.
The structures designated as national treasures have wooden frames and walls made of bricks, and were built using a technique called wood frame brick construction.
If you look here, the characters for mountain and the number 2 are engraved on the brick. Similar engravings are found on the roof tiles. This area didn't have any brick makers, and French people taught local craftsmen how to bake bricks. And these were made that way.
It's like finding clues.
Yes, it gets elementary school kids excited.
What kind of place is this?
This is a cocoon warehouse. It's called East Cocoon Warehouse and is where the cocoons were kept. There's also the West Cocoon Warehouse opposite to this. Here you can see the entire length of the facility, 104.4 meters from end to end. The fact that there were these two big buildings means they would buy massive amounts of cocoons necessary to keep operating year-round and store them here.
How many cocoons were stored?
The west and east warehouses were designed to store a total of about 37 tons of cocoons.
Next, we're taken to what could be called the main facility of Tomioka Silk Mill.
This is the silk reeling plant. It's the main building of Tomioka Silk Mill. It measures 140.4 meters in length and is about 36 meters longer than the warehouse we were at earlier. This building has what's called a truss structure, with no central pillar supporting the roof. It makes it possible to have a wide open space, so they were able to keep installing new machines without having to rebuild. Take a look at this picture. It's a French reeling machine. It was modified in Japan to have 4 spinning wheels, and there were machines for 150 people on one side of this facility and another 150 on the other side. This was how it was in the Meiji and Taisho periods, and after that is the Showa period. I'm sure you noticed the machines on both sides when you came in. They've been preserved as they were when operations ended in March 1987. They're automatic reeling machines made by Nissan, meaning the silk was being produced using Japanese machines. Here we give demonstrations on how the French reeling machines were used. This was operated by 2 people, and there were machines for a total of 300 workers here.
Is this hot water?
Yes, it's hot water. There were 300 of these, so there was quite a lot of steam inside at the time.
Are there pupae in the cocoons?
Yes, you can pull the silk out until the pupa comes out. It's possible to get about 1,300 meters of silk from a single pupa.
Really?
Yes, there are times when the silk actually breaks. Using the machine, they make single silk threads from about 9 cocoons.